Hello, welcome to my channel, The Visionary Parent, Empowering Parent-Child Relationships. I'm your host, Apurva, and I'm here. I'm back with a new topic that I wanted to share with you. It's the things that 2022 taught me. There are so many realizations, there are so many life lessons that I learned in this particular year since we are at the end of 2022, just 2 days left for starting our new year 2023 and bidding a goodbye to 2022. So, here are the top 10 things that I learned in 2022. Well, the very first thing that I learned from 2022 was something that my mentor keeps on saying, my spiritual guru keeps on saying, is that flexibility creates generosity, and generosity leads to humility. FGH. Flexibility is generosity, generosity leads to humility. Now, many a times we are so rigid on our thought process, on our mindset. We feel that we are right at any given point of time. Every person feels that. And I know that, it's okay, but we need to understand that each and every person is coming from somewhere. So if we are rigid on our thought process, on our mindset, and if we feel that, you know what, I am right the whole time, it's the start of your downfall. We need to start understanding other person's perspective, where that person is coming from. When we become rigid, we think we know it all, right? We think that we know it all, and that leads to arrogance, right? Not many people will come to you and ask you for your opinion because you feel that you are right all the time, right? And you know what, universe has a very beautiful way on letting you know that you are not, you're just a mere human. You are not a god, you're not god, you're not universe, you're merely a human. You cannot know it all. So it is very imperative on becoming a lifelong learner, becoming uh, being in that position where you are always a student. I know many a times I have some humbling experiences where I have been told that you're not doing a good job, or you're not um, flexible enough when it comes to my child. Of course, there are moments when I feel that this is how it should be, but then universe tells me, universe gives me a tight slap and tells me that you are not merely a human. You need to start learning again. So that's why we need to, become lifelong learners. We need to start taking feedback from others. I know that most of the time, when a person comes to us and gives us a feedback, we immediately react to it. We immediately try to justify whatever the person has said. नहीं नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. No, this is not the way it happened, right? Because deep within, we get triggered, and we get triggered only when we believe that whatever the other person is saying, it's true. So rather than fighting that thought, rather than being defensive, we need to accept the fact that yes, this is what happened, it was my mistake. Taking accountability, taking responsibility of your own actions is what will lead us to humility, right? This is what I learned from my spiritual guru, spiritual masters. And there are moments when, life gives me as well a slap, being a child psychology coach and parenting coach. There are moments when I feel that I know it all, but no, I don't know it all. I'm also a work in progress. We all are work in progress, right? The second thing that I learned in 2022, forgiveness is the highest level of consciousness. Now, I know that this is something that you might have heard from me. Learning to let go of people, let go of situations that we hold so close, that this happened and because of that person, this happened, and pointing out fingers all the time. But most of the time, nobody is in control of what happens to them, right? So, considering the fact that the other person tried his best, or considering the fact that they would have done better if they would have known better, is something that I learned from my mentor. So, forgiveness is going to help you attract abundance in your life. We are actually blocking a lot of abundance by holding on to things that do not serve us anymore. 15 साल पहले जो हुआ हमारे साथ, we are still carrying, we are still holding that grudge, we are still holding that anger for those people who have wronged us, and we are not letting the abundance flow into our life. So from today, even it is a good lesson for me, I want you to understand that forgiveness is the highest level of consciousness. In my community, I teach how to do the forgiveness for people who have wronged you, but you can also start it. Just forgive, just let go, just imagine, hugging them in your mind's eye. Close your eyes and hug them. And until and unless you only have pure love for that person, don't let go. Just let them go, let them free, and just bless them, and you will notice amazing shifts happening in your life. Amazing things happening in your life once you let go of that space that you're still holding. Number 3, self love is the highest form of love. I cannot emphasize on this more, because I have realized when I started loving myself even more, there was a level of acceptance that came to me. Acceptance on what are my core values, acceptance on how am I as a person, acceptance of my faults, of my failures, that has come, right? When you love yourself, you accept yourself the way you are. And when other person comes to you and tells you that, this is your fault, at that time you just say that, yes, this is my fault. I accept. And you don't get triggered, because you have accepted yourself the way you are and you keep on improving. Yes, I accept this is my mistake and I will try to improve on that, right? The highest, the greatest relationship that you can ever have with anyone is you. Only then will you be able to love others the way you love yourself. Because now, if there is a lot of hatred, a lot of anger within me, I am not loving myself, my heart is filled with anger, resentment, for everyone, that means that I don't love myself. And if I don't love myself, there is nothing for me to give positive to anybody else. That's why we are bickering about others. That's why we become so negative, because we don't love ourselves enough. From today, go to a mirror, like just look yourself into a mirror, look eye to eye, and say this to yourself: I love you. If I have to say this, I love you, Apu. I love you so much. I love you so much for your lessons. I love you so much for the way you handle things. I love you in and out. Right? Number 4, align with your highest values. Now, I'm not saying stealing or lying. These are, so of course, honesty is the best policy. These are the core values, but values that really matter to you. Like for me, my highest value is becoming a lifelong learner. Learning something new every single day is my highest value. And when I align myself with my highest value, that's how I become truly magnet to miracles. So try to write down what are your highest values. What are the things you see around your home? So for me, I see my books, right? I see my books. I see my journals, because I love to write journals. And these are my highest values. I love to journal. I love to do gratitude. I love to write my goals. I love to write every single idea that come to my mind. I love to read books. So these are my highest values. And aligning yourself with your highest values, only then can you become truly a magnet to miracles. Number 5. This is a very important lesson that I learned in 2022. Money is energy. If you continuously feel lack of not having enough money, universe will give you reasons to find more of that lack. And when you operate from a space of abundance, that yes, it's there. I can spend this money, I can invest in my learning, I can invest because I know that whatever I spend, it will come back to me in multi-folds. If you have this kind of a mindset, universe gives you more reasons to feel abundant about it. So money is an energy. Earlier, in till 2021, I used to feel that there's not enough money. I have to earn a lot of money in order to be rich, to in order to fulfill my basic necessities. And these were the constant thoughts. But when I learned from my mentors, when I started learning from, I have invested lakhs of money in my learning till now. And when I learned that money is an energy, I started to shift. I started to pivot my thoughts whenever I had those lack thoughts. I started to shift my energies from lack to abundance. And that's how I attracted abundance in my life. So remember, money is energy. Okay. The next thing that I learned in 2022 that um, actually I manifested meeting my spiritual master and my digital coach, and that was a surreal experience. And what I learned from both of them is that surrendering to your mentor, surrendering to the higher power is the ultimate thing, because we are not in control all the time. There are going to be things that are beyond our control. And when we feel that we are in control and we should be in control all the time, that's when universe gives you a tight slap and tells you that you are not God. Come down, surrender to me, right? So it makes you realize that you cannot control everything. So whenever you feel that, this is something I want, but it's not coming to me, or something is going against your core values, just surrender to the higher power. Surrender and say this, yeah, that you know what, I want this, but now I completely surrender to you, because I know that I will get this or something better than this. Just tell the universe that give me this or something even better than this. Isn't it amazing? When you shift your energy from victim to the creator, that's where the true power lies. The next lesson that I learned in 2022 is you are your most valuable asset. Not your children, not your parents, not your in-laws, not even your spouse. You are your most valuable asset. And you need to grow yourself until and unless you expect others to grow yourself. Until and unless you grow, nobody else around you will grow, because you will be looking into them or towards them with your own eyes not grown, right? When you grow yourself, when you come out of that survival mode and live the life you truly want, that's when miracles happen. When you invest in your growth, when you invest in your learning, that's when the true miracles will happen, right? The last two, the second last one, which was a huge lesson for me, is life is actually very simple, but we humans insist on making it complicated. It's actually very simple. Why am I saying this? You might feel that you have a lot of struggles in life, a lot of challenges come to you, and you're absolutely clueless. It is because You do not have the resources to handle or resources to manage your stress or manage your life. When you come under a mentorship, you get that, get that path or that direction, whether it is from your spiritual gurus, whether it is from your coaches, from your mentors, it can be from anyone. But when you get that resource to handle your life, life actually becomes very simple, right? That was my biggest lesson in 2022. And the last but not the least, dream big. I cannot emphasize on this more because we are living such a small life. We are living such a small life. We think that, if I get 100 likes in my YouTube channel, wow. If I get 100 views in my YouTube channel, wow. If I get 40 people listening to my video, I feel wow. No. Why can't we increase our thermostat? We need to do that because we live in an abundant society. Universe is infinite. There is no end to universe. Then why are we stopping us? It's only our mental blocks that are stopping us from living an abundant life. So from today, I want each one of you to really, really dream big and believe anybody can do it if you believe and if you work towards it. Anything is possible if you have the courage to do it and um, not letting the external situations bring you down and make you believe that you cannot dream big or make you believe that you cannot achieve big things. When you start doing things or when you start working towards your goals, have audacious goals. And when you start working little by little, that's when you come into the 5% of people who are learning every single day, who are coming out of their survival autopilot mode. And when you do that, there is no chance that you will not succeed. That's all I had to share for today. Let me also know what are your learnings in 2022. What did you learn in 2022 which has truly helped you grow in your life? Let me know in the chat box. I would love to um, read all the comments that you have written. And if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, do subscribe, do like and hit the bell icon because I'll be sharing a lot of videos about children, about life, about everything. So thank you so much. I will be back with yet another episode next time. Till then, I will see you. Bye bye.